everyone, it's Shel from Scrap Secrets and welcome back to my channel. Today's day 9 in the 2024 Countdown to Christmas series with Marie from Marie's Vermont Creations. Our technique for today is rainbow stamping, and we're going to be using a bunch of different inks for this. We're going to be using inks from Hero Arts, Simon Says Stamp, Lawn Fawn, MFT, all the ink companies that I have. The first ones I showed you are for the leaves, and the second ones are for the berries. This Turnabout stamp set is actually a two-piece. So it combines my love of everything, the Turnabout stamp sets and then multiple stampings. This is the stamp set, and it comes with two guides. I wanted to use the stamp wheel with this. Now, I've never used the stamp wheel with Turnabout stamp sets. If you notice, I haven't used any in videos recently, and I'm definitely going to be doing more because this is super easy with the stamp wheel. It's amazing. What I did was I counted from the top and the bottom and from both of the sides, and there are 5 rows of those little squares, top, bottom, and left and right. Once I took my piece of 6x6 white cardstock, put it in there with those borders around the sides, then I put the first layer of acetate down and lined my stamp up. I tried to get an even border on all 4 sides of the piece of cardstock before I put the stamp down. And then we're going to stamp the very first layer. I'm going to be using that Hero Arts ink after I go ahead and rub my hand over top of it to try to get rid of any of that excess film that could possibly be on the stamp set from production. So I'm going to line it up with the hole in the top of the stamp wheel at the very top middle. So if you've never used a stamp wheel, each of those little dents make a turn. So I was trying to figure out how exactly to use this. And the way it is if you start in the top middle, you go to the right middle, the bottom middle, and then the left middle with that hole, and it just makes this so much easier. I don't have to worry about trying to line things up. Here I was trying to figure this out because I wasn't sure. I didn't think I had it right, but when you line it up like this, you can see that that's exactly how it's supposed to go. So that hole is supposed to go on the right side, the middle position. I'm using the second ink to go ahead and ink it up. Now, I didn't clean the first ink off really well, so it didn't come out the true color, and I'm kind of mad about that because I probably should have. I was cleaning these off with a piece of paper towel, which I shouldn't have been doing. I should have been using my microfiber cloth, because once I did that with the berries, it made life so much easier and it wasn't leaving little pieces of lint behind. But I went with this because I was so happy with how easy this is to do. This one, honestly, I would say you could mass produce it just because it is so simple to do. So now I'm getting out the 4th color to do the 4th set of leaves, and then we're going to do the exact same thing with the berries. So while you're watching me do all of these stamps, I thought that I would talk to you a little bit about the series. If you are new, welcome. If you are coming back, welcome back. Marie and I do 25 different videos with different themes and techniques. She and I have 2 totally separate styles or different styles of crafting. So you're going to get both of our versions of the theme, technique, stamp set, whatever it is that we have chosen to do. This is the 2nd year that we've done the series, so at the end you will have 100 videos, 50 from each of us, with different techniques, ideas. We tried not to copy anything over from last year's, and I believe we were successful in that. We have 50 different techniques, themes, ideas, stamp sets, whatever it may be. So hopefully you guys will check out both of our channels. There is a link in the more information section for the intro video, which you want to check out if you have not already. It has all of the rules on how to enter to be entered to win the prize or prizes that Marie and I are going to give out at the end of the series. There is also the link to Marie's channel, as well as a link to the playlists. So I've done this for several years, and I have most of my videos in there, plus last year's and this year's playlist for the series. So there's tons of great inspiration for you over there. Okay, so that's about the series. So let's get back to the card. So I think this is the last layer that I'm doing. Yes, the red layer. And then I realized that layers 1 and 2 seemed to be pretty similar. So I actually went back in with a more orangey shade, which you'll see in a minute with Hero Arts one. And this is what's so great about using a stamping tool like this. You just put it back into the same position and it covers them perfectly. So it gave me more of an orange because I felt like orange wasn't represented in there. Almost every color was. It was an orangey color, but it didn't feel like it was enough. So Brownie is helping me out here, so I apologize for this. I just didn't want to redo it, but he came up onto my craft desk and wanted to be in this video, or at least his back paw did. So we're using a 6x6 card base. So it's a piece of 6x12 scored in half, and then I cut the panel down to, I think it's 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. We're going to use our Bearly Arts glue to go ahead and attach that. And then Brownie's tail wanted to be in this too. So what a good guest star. And I knew it needed a little bit of something and I couldn't figure out what else. So I found this stamp from I think this is a honeybee stamp set. These are like little gift tag ones. And the die actually comes from a mama elephant from the bag that I did the other day. This was one of the extraneous dies in it, and I thought that was so fantastic, and it fit perfectly around that. So now we're going to be doing, I guess this is more of the traditional rainbow stamping, where I'm going to be inking up pieces of the stamp with colors, and I made it go in order so that when the colors overlapped, they wouldn't create that brown color, because you wouldn't want the red and that like yellowy green to be, that would kind of make it orange, but you wouldn't want the red and the green to actually be stamped right together, because that would cause like a brown. I'm going to continue inking up the sentiment until the entire thing is covered, and once that is fully stamped out, we're going to be using that die from Mama Elephant, running it through our Bitty Buzz Cutter from Honeybee Stamps, which is a fantastic compact one if you are looking for one. Not sponsored, nothing, but I just love using that. It's one of I love not having to get up from my desk to cut out small images anymore. So running it through there, and then we're going to use some Bearly Arts glue to attach it to the card front. And once that's done, that is the card for today. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you have comments or questions, please feel free to leave them below. Make sure you check out the more information section for the links that I talked about earlier. And I'll see you guys again real soon for another video. Bye!